Was my mic on the whole time? So you might have audio of me peeing.
Welcome to the Art of Games, where we talk about video games that change the game.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. So we went to the cinema together and watched Uncharted. What's it called actually? Is it just called Uncharted? I don't know.
Look, you know,
called Uncharted.
when I was editing the video, I'm like, dude, we're such fans, yet we cannot remember the names. So I'm like trying, I swear, I'm trying to find the covers to illustrate what we're talking about. And the first one, I'm like, 2007 El Dorado. No, it's not called El Dorado, fucking Delvin. It's called it's called Drake's. Oh shit, I still can't remember.
Something.
I don't know why.
I don't know. Come on. I know the last one is called Thief's End.
Oh yeah, we do remember the last one. It's just like
because it's the most important one, so who gives a shit?
The most important one.
It is the most important one. Why is it she? Sorry.
Okay. Overall feelings about the movie. So we went in there with the expectations and the non-expectations that we had from the previous video. Watch it if you haven't. And we took notes like we were in school.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. I literally just opened them now the first time after we went to the cinema. And I don't understand half of my notes anymore.
I did not see it. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God. That's so fitting. I can't believe
it.
Heck yeah. All right. So how did you feel the first 5 seconds? Because I remember you had very strong first 5 minutes in the movie theater. Tell me about that, Delphine.
Wait, okay. Right. So you were asking me earlier, do you remember it? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I do remember the movie, but the first 5 seconds, I have no idea what the fuck is happening. I'm just like, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, let's do the first like 5 or 10 minutes.
Or
just the first.
Oh yeah, I think I was shocked that it was starting with the Yemen, which is not in Yemen in the movie. The plain Yemen shot, which is what your background is about.
Yeah.
I think that's oh my God. Do you know what? I think you would have a better accurate thing about what my reaction rather than me trying to remember my reaction. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so you basically were sitting next to me and just going absolutely insane about the music.
Girl,
you had a full-on meltdown.
I had
because it was so dominant as well in the first like 5 to 10 minutes. Even after the action scene, you were just like Googling who did the music, who is fucking this up right now.
Well, okay, I love him though. I realized that because at the beginning it said Ramin G Wadi. Oh, I think I murdered his name. I love him. I like what he's done. I think he's done Game of Thrones and some of it. I don't remember what I was listening to because I listen to soundtracks as I read books. So I do remember they're anchored in my mind. And I've read The Witcher with Uncharted music, so I know it by heart. That's why I know every instrument by heart. And I was missing the epic and the piano, so we're straight into the music. I love how I think we had a section for music. It's like the first thing for me. The piano sound, I think it was very not Uncharted, like the piano, like toom, 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 a little bit like very emotional. So yes, it would fit the scene, but it doesn't fit Uncharted world to me. And because I know every instruments by heart, even my grandmother was like, what do you, oh, you know all the songs. And I was doing all the instruments in front of her last Christmas. Fucking geek.
You're just running around like a flat. Okay, so the music, I agree. It was not very Uncharted.
It was
in
not.
the beginning.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It was not. Oh, hi, Mark Wahlberg. The first, I did get it though by the end of it why they did it like that, because the first like tune that is very Uncharted, that is the tune of Uncharted, comes up when Tom Holland is, I think, when he's putting on his holster.
Yeah.
So that's the first time you hear it, which is nice. I was like, you thought about that. That's great. Thank you.
But you know what? You can have an emotion at a particular moment and then it gets thwarted by something else that they did. And you're like, oh, I get what you did. Then it's fine. Like, it doesn't mean like, ooh, I feel like the music was so wrong all along. I had a meltdown. Okay, that happened. And then I moved on. And it was great because at the end, the music was but I think like rights, in terms of rights, if the composer Ramin would take too much of the song of the other guys, then why wasn't the other guy cast as composer
on it straight away?
So he has to change it. Otherwise, why is he hired for it? It cannot, as a creator, you don't want to plagiarize. Bye, English. It was nice to see you.
Plagiarism. Plagiarism.
Babbage.
Babbage. People know what we mean. Plagiarism. I feel like it's a plague. It's not a plague.
There's a good sound, but I love it. I love it.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, so I think it's like he doesn't have a choice but to go somewhere else. So that's okay. I think it was very cheesy, that little piano songs with the kids. The kids moment was very good. But
I feel like we were so hyper in the first half hour of the movie. We were so like hyper aware of everything that I feel like we've just like, what is happening? Oh no, why did they do that? Oh no, what the fuck?
I know. And then
for like the first half hour.
And then I could feel you just disappearing.
It's
like your soul was being consumed. And I was like, I was still commenting. And you were like,
yes.
I was like, oh shit.
At some point I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch this. I can't get into the emotions right now, and I just got so, I don't know, out of it. I don't know, I never looked at a film like this ever, where I just was like, I don't want to have any emotions right now, I'm just gonna watch this. I never had that.
Have you ever watched a film that were portraying characters that you loved very much for the past 15 years? You know, it's different.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you played it. No, okay. You played it.
But
you played it.
Last year. Yeah.
You started to play in 2018 or something like that, fair enough, but still a long ass time.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of, if you compare that with Assassin's Creed, because I really like the franchise Assassin's Creed. I love the games. Most of them, anyways.
You do.
I do. I sure do.
Love is an understatement.
Come on. And the movie was really, really bad. You know, and I had emotions watching it, sort of. Bad ones, yes, but I still like watched it differently than Uncharted. I feel like during Uncharted, I just got very sad. And I remember after the theater, I was so sad. I was not able to talk to you all the way home.
I know. It was great.
I was just like,
It was a great moment for me. I felt like
oh god, yeah. I don't know why. Okay, I can't really pinpoint it. Yeah.
Do you want
I don't know.
tea?
Maybe it was yeah. Do you want whiskey or tea or something?
Okay, girl.
I'm not okay. I don't know why though. I can't tell you why I was sad. I mean, it's not a good movie, but
I don't think
it's not a bad movie.
well, on the scale of all the video games adaptations, is not the worst.
No, exactly. It's not
And like we said,
the worst.
we were taught, we were, questioning the cast, but they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
They're doing an amazing
Well,
job.
yeah. Not everyone. I don't like Mark Wahlberg in this one. Because I did not understand what he's saying. Like the first
What?
time
I
he
remember now.
appears,
Yeah. I was like, what?
the first time he's in the spa is like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? You just like, I'm sorry, what? Speak up. Like, it's not that hard. And you're in the pub. Like, come on.
That was really odd. I was like,
Yeah.
Come again?
Yeah. I feel like I missed half of the plot just because he's not talking very loudly. Or maybe it is because it's very American, mumbly, and like, I'm supposed to be an old man.
Well, no, because he's playing Sully as young. So I don't think so. He got
Yeah.
clearer
Yeah.
by the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
So
I don't
maybe
know.
that was his choice to do that for his introduction. I have no idea. Talking about American and people just like talking like that. I've seen everywhere on the internet because I had to like do compares for the video, the previous video, Uncharted before the movie. Watch it. There's so many fans that wanted Jensen Ackles to play
Really?
Nathan.
Yeah, I can see that.
I totally see that. The arrogance is there.
Exactly. The smokiness.
The bravado.
Smokiness? What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh, he's smoking hot. Yeah, he is.
I mean, yes.
Hot. Hi.
He's really cute. Supernatural family.
Yeah. Shit. I was like, that would fit. That would fit very well.
Yeah. But I'm not mad with Tom Holland as young Nathan.
Oh, he's great.
He did a good he did a good job. Jesus.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not. There was one thing, but this is really a Delphine thing because you were like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like when the villain approached him in the museum and he got surprised. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like
I don't remember that
yeah.
even.
I was like, why is he surprised? Like, he's supposed to have like, he's supposed to be a master thief since the age of 12, even younger. When
earlier, even, yeah.
Yeah, even younger, from like the age of 8. Because the scene with the kids, you don't see them actually stealing shit, but they were doing that in the video game. So imagine you're a master thief from the age of 7, 8. If someone approaches you behind you, you don't be like, oh,
excuse you?
Like, you'll be
Where
like,
do you come from?
For me, he's like, where? I was like, oh. Yeah. No, but that's such a fucking detail. Like, welcome to my mind. Welcome to the art of Delphine's brain.
Delphine's brain.
Where we talk about brain parts all the fucking time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it was really Nathan Drake, though. There's so many like little details that bothered me. How they wrote him. Like, he did a good job, yes, but it was still written a bit weirdly. Like, I'm sorry, but Nathan Drake is not an alcoholic. Can we talk about that? Yes, he can work behind the bar. I'm totally down for that. But why does he crave drinks that much? That I didn't get that part. We never see him drink, do we? Or make jokes about alcohol in the games. I don't think we ever heard anything, a word about alcohol in the games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
it doesn't.
And then all of a sudden he's like, I need a drink. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. And then they find some like pirate's rum, and Sully's like, don't drink that. It's too old. And he was like, well, watch me. What?
Yeah.
I think.
And then they get drunk, all 3 of them, and just pass out on the sofa or something.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
that was so fucking odd. It's
that
like
was so weird.
in the games you see the morale is always questioned, and you play this game and you're like, oh, is that right, what I'm doing? Is that right to kill that person, blah blah blah. I mean, not really, it's like not to a massive degree in this game, but you
Hmm.
know. And at the end of a whole thing, what they do, for example, Lost Legacy, is Chloe and Nadine and Sam, they eat a pizza at the end.
Yeah.
They don't drink.
Oh, true. I love that moment so
I
much.
know, but if you
It
know,
was
they
so
make a
nice.
moment where instead of eating pizza, they drink and they get drunk,
They drink
and then
shit
they have
tons
a
of
hangover in the
wine.
morning. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
hangover. You know, Nathan, he, on the third one, he goes from scene where it's everything that's happening is shit to shittier and shittier and shittier, and then he
Mm,
comes to the hotel. He wants to come back because Sully's been abducted, and he's like, he's not slept for 72 hours and he's sleeping
yeah.
only
Oh,
one
true.
to go back. He's not a
Yeah.
drinker. He doesn't have time to afford drinking and not
Yeah.
be have a clarity of mind. That was very
Maybe,
odd.
it's very odd, but maybe it's because he's portrayed as like a 20-year-old or like late 20s.
That also
But
is,
still, like,
but that's something I noticed. Like, do you remember in the 80s, 90s, everybody was smoking on screen, and then we replaced it with alcohol.
mhm,
Like, if you watch any teenage stuff, even like from the 2010,
yeah,
the vampires in Vampire Diary have to calm their hunger for blood with alcohol. And I'm like, hang on.
damn.
Yeah, I'm like, hang on. And they're always drinking. They're always drinking. And you can see that a lot. They're always drinking in like young teen kind of things. And I'm like, we're normalizing drinking a lot. I mean, not that we don't like to drink at all. Like, but it's just like to the extent that you would shape your characters like that just to respond
Yeah,
to an audience that wants to relate to that. I don't think the audience really fucking care. The audience, they're fans. The fan don't see Nathan as a drinker.
yeah. It was just too dominant in the whole storyline. If it would come up like once or twice, okay, but it was literally, I don't know, it stuck out to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the fuck is happening? Why don't do it?
Yeah. I also didn't understand the mystery. Like, Sally comes and picks
What
him up.
mystery?
Well, there's
Oh
supposed to be
yeah,
a mystery.
I
So
don't
I
get.
have no
Yeah,
idea.
I don't fucking know. I didn't understand why Sully was there in the first place.
He
Like
was
he just randomly there, or did he like? Oh no, yeah, no. I just remembered because of Sam. Um, he
I think
knows who
he,
Nathan
yeah,
is,
yeah, I
so he
think he
comes to pick him
profiled
up.
him and he was
Yeah.
low
Okay.
key
Never mind.
stalking him like a creep. And that's what I missed. I really missed the young Nathan tricking the old guy and be like,
Mm,
have
yeah.
that
I don't
arrogance
know
of
why they.
tricking him.
Yeah, I
And in
don't
the
know why
game,
they rewrote that. Like, why don't you just take it from the third game? How they met? It's like you can make action scenes out of this easily. You can introduce the villain in this easily.
yeah.
Like, why don't you just, if you make
Yeah.
games into a movie, why don't you take the game and make it into a movie?
Well, they did take that plain scene to put at the beginning of the intro, but they wanted to build Sully and Drake's relationship in front of us for that first movie. They wanted to see us building that from
Yeah.
that from the mystery, not another one. And then, but yeah,
Mm.
surely there's a way you can do. Bear in mind that scripts in Hollywood are rewritten at least 40 times or 50 times. Maybe there was a
40,
scene like
come
that.
on, twice.
Uh, T girl.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. I
Nice.
do remember the
And
pain. No, but like
but
it is rewritten.
no, definitely, that's for sure. And especially during COVID times as well, when they had so much time on their hands to rewrite everything and not shoot. They probably. I really like the fact that they started the film with an action scene, because that's how the fourth game started as well. In the fourth game, you start on the boat with action and just shooting people and being chased and everything. And I thought that was nice. It's like, oh, okay, so they actually did play the fourth game and took some notes.
I did really like that it starts with a scene that you know that they're gonna like come out of that scene alive anyway. So I really like the fact that they made that like, oh, this is from this point on, the whole movie is gonna be a massive flashback. I really like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you can see the build up to that scene that has been completely rethought from the Yemen. Love that scene in Yemen. You really think it's gonna like fall off in the sand. I missed that, but you know, it's an adaptation. That was not the end of the world, that they just changed it to water or something. Yeah, water. They're on the water.
Yeah.
They're on a crate, and then they plunge in the water, and he's with Chloe, I think.
Yes, exactly. And then they walk up to the beach, and then Nolan is sitting there and is like, oh yeah, that happened to me once. Oh, that was cute.
You guys are going on an adventure or something like that. You know, speaking of yeah, been there, done that.
It was nice that he was there.
And then my friend was in there right after.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Good job. You didn't get cut, and we're really happy.
Yes.
What did you think of Chloe?
I liked her. I think she was badass and just like, I'm doing this shit on my own. I don't need anyone else. I like that. What?
Do you remember when I kept talking about the fact that it looks like they're doing essentially their Indiana Joneses? Then do you remember Nathan says to Chloe, so how did you become Indiana Jones? And I was like,
oh yes.
You see?
God, yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, you rolled your eyes. Not mentally though.
I did roll my eyes. I actually rolled my eyes. Yes, I was just like, oh my God, did they really just do that?
Yeah, but it is an Indiana Jones story. I thought they would go even higher into the Indiana Jones world. I missed the fact that it felt this action movie was great. All the points were ticked. The boxes were ticked for the action movie, but adventure was, I missed the adventure that you would feel or find in an Indiana Jones movie.
Yes. Yeah. To me, the storyline was not clear, and the bad guy, what he had to do with it, Antonio Banderas, I love him. It was great.
It was great, but
I didn't get what they have to do with it. I didn't get the plot at all, why they have to look for these ships, and it was just like, what? Maybe it was just treasure. In that mumbling kind of from Sully, just like, to be honest, I'm gonna explain the plot.
To be honest, if the whole film would have been based on Antonio Banderas and his father's relationship and be half Spanish, I would have been down for that. This was great moments, but we only had 2 scenes with them, and you missed them. You missed that.
Yep. Oh, can we, whilst we talk about Antonio Banderas and his father, I am going to switch to a Spanish accent now.
I know, I was very impressed.
Because they shot it in Barcelona. I got so homesick. Maybe that's why I was sad, because I got so homesick to Barcelona. I was like, oh, I'm a cry. Oh, I miss it so much. But then I got so angry the next second, because the dad was like, how dare you take away the one place where I can find my peace? And it is in front of the Sagrada Familia. And I'm sorry, if you've ever been there, there is no peace and quiet in front of this church, because it is a tourist attraction, #1. I was so angry. I was like, you cannot find la paz de frente de la Sagrada Familia, por favor. God. That literally, that took me so out of the scene. It was a nice scene, but you cannot be in front of this church without at least 200 other people.
I just love that we're always commenting. I just love that we're always commenting on the fact that we're like, oh, by English, is this correct? Is this correct? But it's not us being stupid. It's us having too many languages in our heads because
Yes,
I don't speak
exactly.
Spanish. I speak Japanese, and I learned other languages that I completely forgot: Arabic,
Yep.
Czech, Portuguese, Spanish, you name it.
Yep. We have some Danish as well and some Dutch. Yep.
um,
Anyways, so but the rest was nice. I really liked that they went to Barcelona in
that's it.
theory.
I thought, Uncharted, you have to travel so many different lands and environments and countries.
Mhm.
I really love that. I
Yeah.
well, you want to feel the places, and it's down to how you shoot it. And the DP is great. He was great. He's the Korean DP.
Yeah.
Um, but I remember Barcelona's moments and scenes so much stronger than all the
Mhm.
other areas, locations,
Yeah. True.
which is sad.
They also shot some Barcelona moments in Madrid.
Oh, but they, yeah.
Or
Well,
did they go to Madrid in the story as well? I don't remember. I don't remember. I know that they did reshoots
oh,
in Madrid.
okay, okay.
And that's where that one YouTuber is in the background as well, blurry. El Rubius.
And he does what?
Oh, he's just in the background. He's like the Spanish YouTuber, the most successful Spanish YouTuber. And he's just in the background in one of the shots.
Cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Look at us. We're gonna be in the background at some point. Or we're gonna be in the foreground. Pass me.
If you're in the foreground, cast me for the background. Just be like, hello.
Supporting your
My
friend.
name's Jeff. Yeah, exactly. Woo!
I'm doing it. What did you think of the kids?
I love them. It was so good. It was such a great scene. I was so happy to see that it was a combination of the fourth game flashback and third game
Some sort of
environment,
sarcophagus.
kind of let's go into a museum and look for something and look at the map
So
and oh my
places
god,
filled with
Sam is there
sarcophaguses.
and he's explaining everything. I really like that. I love the kids actors. They were great.
They were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what we talked about in the previous video is new talent is so refreshing
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
And they really didn't come up with any other. I mean, bless Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. When you get to be cast like that, and all the fans are saying no, and they're making pictures with like a big stop and
Yeah.
big red cross, fucking hell.
Yeah.
So the kids had no pressure. So they were, they're like,
They were just like, I'm here right now.
The kids probably were fine. Like the bigger kid was like, playing the game. I'm
playing the game. I know exactly what it is.
And the little tribute to them taking a
smile, huh?
picture and
Yeah.
Nathan only having this Polaroid picture as a souvenir of Sam and having it exactly the same. That was really good that it was a very nice tribute. Sometimes you don't want to see exactly the same because what's the point? But that was what we kind of needed as well.
Yeah, it's an emotional moment in the game. So it makes sense that, that they put it in the film. It's nice. I liked it.
But it also
very
doesn't sound
emotional.
like, he felt like, I don't know what they're going to do with Sam. Hopefully Troy Baker is going to be fucking cast, but
Doubt it. I doubt it.
that would break my heart.
I know. Can they have Jensen Ackles as Sam? That would be great.
Oh yeah, he could do that. Yeah, he could.
He could totally be a Sam.
Yeah.
Sam is even more arrogant than Nathan.
True.
He would be so good for that.
Mm-hmm.
We should become casting directors, Stuffy.
I would be good. If I go to an audition and I don't get it, I'm like, well, fair enough. The other one, I put myself in the shoes of the casting, which is bad because I need to be like, no, it should have been me. But shit. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So in the storyline of the movie, it looks like he's dead or whatever, or something bad happened to him. And he looks like Nathan, who's like, oh, I've not seen my brother for 2 years. Whilst the buildup of that relationship of Nathan thinking he's not seen his brother for 15 years will be very different. The dynamic will be then very different. And
Yeah.
Sam being the scammer, scamming his own brother, being like, oh yeah, no, I was in prison, stuck there for 15 years. Oh, actually, I was there for 2 years, and I was just like, I didn't bother to tell
Yeah.
you. Is that is will there be something similar? English, we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, there was a cut to Sam in the prison cell by the end of the movie. So maybe they're gonna take a similar storyline to it in the next one, because apparently there will be a next one, judging by the cutscenes after the credits.
But those cutscenes, though,
They were the best part of the whole film.
yes, so Uncharted. Really
Big time.
appreciate
They
it.
were Uncharted. Yep. I loved the stash on Mark Wahlberg. Finally, Sully has a stash.
Don told you
And
that
he's
he
got
was.
his. Yes.
Don told you he was wearing a mustache. I saw him on interviews wearing a mustache, and you were like, no, no, no. In the trailer, doesn't have a mustache. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Did I imagine it? Am I crazy?
Oh my god, I dreamed it. I would have probably.
Yeah.
What do you think about Sully? First, before you go down that road, I love that he has a cat. That's the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that he's carrying his cat around.
That is so cute.
Like, that is cute.
That's
Also,
very cute.
that's just in the last 2 seconds after credits.
Oh, yes, because
I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that was really great. He's like, of course I'm taking, I don't know his name, Mr. Whiskers or something.
Something like that.
The cat is so cute.
It's so cute.
It was very well cast, I have to say. That cat was well cast.
It's a very well cast cat. That's a mouthful. Fucking hell. Nice. So,
but
your thoughts on Sully?
You performed that mouthful so brilliantly.
Thank you, kind lady.
Sully.
Sullivan. Victor Sullivan.
Victor. They made him funnier, as in, I'm not doing that. You do. I hired you so that you do it. I don't do shit. That was funny.
Yeah.
I was still missing the fact that Sully is supposed to teach him as the ropes and not be that lazy and that money driven. I'm doing that for the money. I don't care about you. I don't care about anyone. And that his journey was to care about Nathan. I missed that he doesn't have that genuine care and he needs to learn it. So that was the journey that they chose for this character. But then I missed the core of what Sully is to the kid, is like he's seeing himself in that kid, in the fact that he cared for him on almost instant, like second one of their meeting in the game.
Yeah.
He cared for Nathan right away, and he was like, oh, you look like me, you're super lost, but you're really interested, you're obsessed, this obsession again.
And a good thief.
So Sully and Nathan are two different, like they have different behaviors, but they're quite similar in person. Like their core and their soul are very similar, whilst they're absolutely different for the film adaptation. Like one is going one way, very emotional, very looking for a brother, for very caring of everyone, very trusting of everyone. That was interesting to see Nathan trusting that strongly.
Well, He
Uh,
kind of does that in the fourth one as well,
yeah, he does. Well, but he knows what he's doing.
but
But
only to
he's
Sully.
young,
So,
so mm.
yeah.
So that was very. I thought that was a bit odd to see that dynamic. Uh, uh, I didn't like the fact that he wasn't Marlon Brando. I'm gonna go back to that. You know, that slyness, that mafioso kind of like
Mm,
bravado that Sully has. That is
yeah.
that like uh, that like strong, heavy charisma
Yeah.
presence kind of thing. So it doesn't need to resort to anything else than being there with his cigar. Whilst in the
Mm.
film, he would say, I don't do that shit. I can see shit. He's swearing now. The swearing and associated to Sully's character was shocking to
Mm.
me. That was a meltdown. Right after the music, you can see Sully kind of swearing, and I'm melting down because I'm like, what is going on? You're a
Yeah.
very like you know, a very very elegant character is just swearing like Delphine. Like I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I
The
do not
swearing, I
pardon
didn't
you
really.
French.
I do not.
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
hi,
Mark.
Mark.
I remember I took a note that I said, Sully's from the old world. Why would he say the word ghosting? Because he was
Yes,
like,
and then
oh,
in the next scene, they make a joke about him being a boomer and not knowing how phones work and tracking devices and shit. Yeah,
I mean, that
that's a
was a
bit
funny
weird.
joke, but that
It
didn't
was
fit
a
the
funny
characters.
joke, yes,
Mm,
but then it didn't fit. Like,
didn't fit the
I
characters.
didn't like Sully how he's written at all.
But also,
It just wasn't Sully. I'm sorry.
Mark Wahlberg may be older, but he's fucking hot. So you don't. It's
Yeah,
hard to insult him as a boomer.
yeah,
It's just like it's like.
yeah. I know it's a bit weird.
Yeah. So
Like
what
I was
about
fine
you?
with the rest of the characters. I was down with. I'm like I'm okay. I can imagine Nathan doing this kind of stuff, if not 100%. And Chloe was fine as well for most of the time, but Sully was just I don't know someone else. It was just someone else. It wasn't Sully. Like
Yeah.
by the end of it, yes. When he was sitting in the helicopter rescuing the kid, yes, that is Sully.
Yeah, it's
But
Sully.
all of the shit before, nah,
It felt like a
no.
long prologue of, look, we're gonna get into Uncharted movies on the second one.
Yes,
Uncharted
exactly.
world on
Yeah,
this. Mm.
yeah. It was like the story of Sully that we don't want to know. Like I can see him being like that as a kid because he's a well-renowned treasure hunter and bad guy basically shooting, and he's been doing that probably for ages, just judging off the games. But did I need to see that? Did I need to see Sully, who's been like a dad figure for all Nathan Drakes out there?
But also a little
I
bit
I don't
of a
need that.
dick.
Sorry.
I'm like,
Yeah.
we love, and
No.
as we talked, Sam is massive dick. Nathan is an arrogant prick, and
Yeah.
Sully is the good one. That's
Hmm.
what Elena wants to protect him, because
Yeah.
Elena is saying, look, Drake, look, Nathan, your obsession is dragging him down, and he's old
Hmm.
now. You're going too far. And he's the one that you don't want to see dying. Like, he's the one that you want to protect. Now, if
Yeah.
he has this behavior of being a little bit of a, kind of dick, anything happens to him, you do get distanced more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
what
agree.
about
I don't have any other words for Sully.
yeah. What about what do we think of Sully? How does he know Chloe? And does he hire
Oh my
kids
god,
left and right?
yes.
Yeah, why does he hire kids? It's like, it sounds like he has a brother.
It's so weird. Like, okay, I understand why Sully picks up Nathan and wants to go with him on this adventure, and why he picks him. How does he know another 16-year-old called Chloe Frazer, or like 20-year-old? Okay, but how did they meet? I'm not sure if that was explained at all. I'm like, that's a weird coinkydink.
Well, they're mercenaries, so it's a small world of mercenaries.
Yeah, I don't know. It just felt very too convenient. That was not English, but it felt weird.
Yeah, it felt like it's like Sully picks up Nathan from the streets, and he's like, "Okay, you're not gonna stop. Clearly, you're not gonna stop. So I'm gonna help you out so that you don't get in danger." But he doesn't recruit kids to do stuff.
Yeah,
that sounds like he has an orphanage that he's exploiting kids.
Maybe because they look so young. I don't know. Because Tom Holland doesn't look mid-20s, and the actor of Chloe doesn't look that old either. I don't know. Maybe I just feel old and think like, oh, they're children.
Auntie Anya had spoken.
Grandma Anya either. She's too young to do this kind of stuff.
What did you think of Chloe?
I liked her. I think she was badass and just like, I'm doing this shit on my own. I don't need anyone else. I like that. What?
You remember when I kept talking about the fact that it looks like they're doing essentially their Indiana Joneses? Then do you remember Nathan says to Chloe, "So how did you become Indiana Jones?" And I was like,
"Oh yes,
you see."
God, yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, you rolled your eyes. Not mentally though.
I did roll my eyes. I actually rolled my eyes. Yes, I was just like, oh my God, did they really just do that?
Yeah, but it is an Indiana Jones story. I thought they would go even higher into the Indiana Jones world. I missed the fact that it felt this action movie was great. All the points were ticked. The boxes were ticked for the action movie, but adventure was, I missed the adventure that you would feel or find in an Indiana Jones movie.
Yes. Yeah. To me, the storyline was not clear, and the bad guy, what he had to do with it, Antonio Banderas, I love him. It was great.
It was great,
but I didn't get what they have to do with it. I didn't get the plot at all, why they have to look for these ships, and it was just like, what maybe it was just treasure in that mumbling kind of from Sully, just like, to be honest, I'm gonna explain the plot.
To be honest, if the whole film would have been based on Antonio Banderas and his father's relationship and be half Spanish, I would have been down for that. This was great moments, but we only had 2 scenes with them, and you missed them. You missed that.
Yep. Oh, can we, whilst we talk about Antonio Banderas and his father, I am going to switch to a Spanish accent now.
I know, I was very impressed.
Because they shot it in Barcelona. I got so homesick. Maybe that's why I was sad, because I got so homesick to Barcelona. I was like, oh, I'm a cry. Oh, I miss it so much. But then I got so angry the next second, because the dad was like, how dare you take away the one place where I can find my peace? And it is in front of the Sagrada Familia. And I'm sorry, if you've ever been there, there is no peace and quiet in front of this church, because it is a tourist attraction, #1. I was so angry. I was like, you cannot find la paz de frente de la Sagrada Familia, por favor. Gosh. That literally, that took me so out of the scene. It was a nice scene, but you cannot be in front of this church without at least 200 other people.
I just love that we're always commenting. I just love that we're always commenting on the fact that we're like, oh, by English, is this correct? Is this correct? But it's not us being stupid. It's us having too many languages in our heads because
Yes,
I now speak
exactly.
Spanish, I speak Japanese, and I learned other languages that I completely forgot: Arabic,
Yep.
Czech, Portuguese, Spanish, you name it.
Yep. We have some Danish as well and some Dutch. Yep.
um,
Anyways, so but the rest was nice. I really liked that they went to Barcelona in
that's it.
theory.
I thought, Uncharted, you have to travel so many different lands and environments and countries.
Mhm.
I really love that.
Yeah.
You want to feel the places, and it's down to how you shoot it. And the DP is great. He was great. He's the Korean DP.
Yeah.
Um, but I remember Barcelona's moments and scenes so much stronger than all the
Mhm.
other areas, locations,
Yeah. True.
which is
They
sad.
also shot some Barcelona moments in Madrid.
Oh, but they, yeah.
Or
Well,
did they go to Madrid in the story as well? I don't remember. I don't remember. I know that they did reshoots
oh,
in Madrid.
okay, okay.
And that's where that one YouTuber is in the background as well, blurry. El Rubius.
And he does what?
Oh, he's just in the background. He's like the Spanish YouTuber, the most successful Spanish YouTuber. And he's just in the background in one of the shots.
Cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Look at us. We're gonna be in the background at some point. Or we're gonna be in the foreground. Pass me.
If you're in the foreground, cast me for the background. Just be like, hello.
Supporting your
My
friend.
name's Jeff. Yeah, exactly. Woo!
I'm doing it. My impression of Chloe, I thought she was great. I thought she was doing exactly what she's supposed to do as the character's point of view of Chloe Frazer. Um, I liked her. Um, her face was a bit too soft for the way Chloe is. She's more hardened, but
Yeah.
I think she's equally pretty as she's badass. This actress was an amazing, amazing cast.
Yeah. Sophia
I
Taylor Ali is her name.
Yeah, she's fucking cool. She was really cool. Didn't like the moment that she talked about her daddy. Like you're like, no, there's one scene. There's
Is
a
it?
whole film, and you have to talk about your daddy in one scene. Yeah, right after the Indiana Jones moment. She's like, I'm doing this for my dad, and I was like, oh, Anya's
She
not
did
gonna
say
like it.
that. Oh my god. I probably blocked that out of my memory.
And I even like counted as I wrote 10 minutes on screen, and she's talking about her dad.
Oh god. Yeah, I totally missed that. I don't remember that at all. I'm so glad I don't.
Mm. But to be honest, Nathan in the film is chasing his brother, so he has brother issues.
Yeah, true. He has a whole lot of set of issues, so
He drinks. I was surprised of the way that she was dressed. Chloe doesn't have time
yes.
she doesn't have a minute to waste on her quests for anything, and she needs to always be prepared in a way that you wear jeans because they're going to be the most material that if you just like get attacked anything, you do not hurt yourself. Jeans can they work like that. That's why they are work pants. They were work
Yeah.
pants for cowboys for 200 years or something. That's what
Yep.
jeans are for, and that's why those guys are wearing jeans. She's always in
Yes.
jeans. um Wearing a skirt doesn't make you really well prepared if you're getting attacked, if you're getting pursued,
And have to run away and jump over things like
jump on the roofs and all these things.
yep.
um and
Yep.
you've never imagined Chloe wearing a red skirt.
It was a dress,
Chloe,
wasn't it?
red dress.
Yeah.
I mean, she's extremely feminine,
Mm.
but I don't like this expression, but she does have that big dick energy. Is
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just. And then she had like a overall with a material. It's just the outfits for her was very un-Chloe, and she also
Yeah.
has a white t-shirt, and then they get in the sea, and then she comes out of the sea with her titties.
Yeah.
Like I
That
was
was
like,
so unnecessary.
this is gratuitous and this is undermining. Um,
Yep.
when I was talking about how feminine or how masculine those characters are, it doesn't need to go
Mm.
that way. I think Nathan also, they put him in a white t-shirt and he got wet as well. So I don't condone that, whether it's a man or a woman. I think you can
Yeah.
express femininity or masculinity through your character's point of view, but that doesn't mean you need to get in a
Thirst traps.
white thirst straps.
Yep.
That
I mean,
was
Nathan always wears light shirts, light colored shirts. So I feel like that's more in character, but maybe they
no,
wanted
but
to have
look,
this Tomb Raider moment.
he's wearing a blue shirt the whole time of Uncharted,
Really?
A Thief's End. He's always in a dark blue shirt. So
Yeah.
I think that was really gratuitous, and that was
Yeah.
a little bit undermining to the characters and the actors to an
Yeah.
extent. I mean, I'm sure they've known much worse, but
Yeah.
um,
I found it
unnecessary.
very unnecessary, super unnecessary. Like I'm sorry, these are young people. We don't need that right now. This not it. It was just fucking stupid that they did that. To be honest,
Yeah, go
the
for it.
only thing I can imagine is why they did it is to pay tribute to Tomb Raider, the old ones, because she was hypersexualized as well. So, but still, that doesn't justify why they had to do it nowadays. Like, I'm sorry, these times are over. Can we
And
please move on?
they rebooted the Tomb Raider to escape that image of her.
Exactly.
And they did it for a reason, and it relaunched the whole franchise, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh my god, the whole world had been waiting for that.
Yep. Yeah, it was awkward. And then
Mm.
she's adjusting her shirt as well. I was like, oh no, God. Oh no, no, we're gonna see her boobs. Oh no, no, no.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Didn't
that
like it.
was that was a little bit sad for me.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that yeah. I, um,
Mary,
but so
Mary.
look, girl,
Sorry.
we nearly forgot about one character, the one that's not in the game.
Oh, Nadine, not Nadine. So Nadine's, not Nadine's, actress is called Tati Gabrielle.
Yes, she's great.
Yeah, she's so good. I loved her.
They do that.
She's
Like,
hot as fuck.
oh, she's gorgeous. She's
Fucking hell, she's
she's
gorgeous.
biracial, Korean, African American. I mean, and she
That's like,
is everything. She takes the screen. She has the present. I hope she's coming back because she
yeah,
was the
yeah.
best. She was,
And she killed people like cold blooded.
yes. Yeah, I like the sound effects. It was really good. I want her to have that journey of not being that person anymore. That Nadine had the same journey, and you want her to have that. And look at her next to Chloe. They would do such a fucking great cast for Lost
Oh
Legacy,
my
or
god.
as look
Yeah.
at them.
Yep. Yep. It would be so good if they do a Lost Legacy one instead of an Uncharted one.
Yeah. And Lost Legacy has so much more room for exploration because we only had a
Yeah.
DLC. DLC is not the same as being with the characters for long hours. So I think the fans,
Yep.
the audience and the fans will be less hard. And but also that's such an amazingness. They're doing so good.
Yeah.
She's
And I feel
so
because they so strong characters and strong bad bitches, they can bounce off of each other nicer. There will be more. The relationship is going to be a different one than with Nathan and Sully, because it's just a different dynamic altogether. They can be bitchy to each other, they can help each other out still and still respect one another, but you know, it's more a friendship kind of level than daddy son. Oh my god.
Well, I hope that if she comes back, I hope that if she comes back, she's not talking about her dad.
Oh, I think she died though. Isn't she like, then she got hit from the fucking ship in the end?
Is it a death like in Supernatural death? Like nobody dies, really? She does look like she died, but sorry, spoilers.
Oopsies. I mean,
I think her and Antonio Banderas are such a nice villain pair. They really matched up Nadine and Rafe. Rafe is such a fucking psychopath. I thought that this Antonio Banderas, if he had more, if they wrote him more like Rafe in the film, in the game, where he's a psychopath, and that makes him more dangerous, not to, because again, Antonio Banderas' drive is to overcome his dad. So again, the dad.
Maybe I just blocked that out completely. Maybe I'm now just trained to block out daddy issues.
I mean, that's okay. It's still good writing, but that would have been there would have been such a stronger pair if they had that common goal, rather than kind of like. It was very surprising though when they stopped that partnership, but they didn't come equal. Like she seemed to be hired by him, and then she overthrew him, rather than them being on equal ground, and they wanted to be stronger, so they associated together as equals, which was the case for Rafe and Nadine.
Indeed. Well, I really liked Nadine in the games. She was just such a complex character. She was evil.
If you'll excuse me.
I'm not in the mood for games. Give me the crucifix.
Lady, you're lucky I'm a gentleman. Because if I were...
You'd what?
But then also good, because in the DLC, she's suddenly your partner in crime, showing all the feelings.
Oh, you should relax. You'll live longer.
Relax? It took me weeks to track down Asov. The man's as unpredictable as they come.
He's just another warmonger with no war to fight.
No, you don't know him like I do. He changes location and routines by the hour. We'd be foolish to take unnecessary risks.
Let's get one thing straight. This is my gig. You want your share? We play by my rules. What's it gonna be?
He's the one with the beard.
That's the spirit.
She wasn't completely evil in the sense that Sully dated her.
Pleasure to see you again.
They had a relationship.
Looking sharp, by the way.
Not too bad yourself.
We were talking about the layerness of them being equally good as they are bad, and that's what Uncharted is also about. And Nadine is the embodiment of that. And also, there's not so much of a power play between villains, or there's not so much of a power play between the characters anyway. They all have a different drive. They all pursue something different, like something, whatever they pursue, but it's not based on who wants more power, who has the highest. And I think Sully has like that thing. If I have money, I will have more power. And Antonio Banderas' character, if I overthrow my dad, I will have more power. And she wants to overthrow him, so she has more power. So it's a whole power play. Whilst the game is not written like that. And you know why? Because the game's director is a woman. Probably.
Probably? I don't think so. Naughty Dog.
Yeah, she's a woman.
Yeah. She's a woman.
I'm saying probably, as in probably she didn't want to make it black and white. And power, you know, is that kind of like theme is very, you know, black
Yep.
and white kind of theme.
Amy
Mhm.
Hennig.
Mm-hmm. She's very much a
Nice.
woman.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised.
There you go.
I mean, kind of,
And that
because it's
Mm.
very rare to have a woman in as a director in games, but I'm very happy. That
Mhm.
makes me very happy, actually.
And if we
It's
look
very
for
nice.
the director of this film, it was a man.
Yeah, Ruben Fleischer, which, funny enough, Fleischer in German is butcher. So that's kind of funny. When I read that the other day, I was like, oh no, his name is Butcher.
His directing was pretty good though. Like the scenes are okay, and
Yeah, no, definitely. It was
the
whole movie.
the association with the
Ish.
DP was pretty good. What I'm just missing is that many layered into the shadiness of
Mhm.
each character, and then going back
Yeah.
into being actually real good people.
Yeah, that's true. I absolutely loved the action sequences. They were
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
The one in the bar, the fight there, it was so fun to watch. It was really well done.
Yeah.
The effects in it as well. It was nicely done. I was very happy to see that.
Well done, the third floor.
Exactly. Shout out to the third floor.
For
I
designing
would love
the
to see the
action
previs
scenes.
on that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
I
it.
think.
Old boy. You did old boy.
Are you
We
joking?
lost.
That is why
What?
that is why all the action scenes are excellency. Old Boy is one of the most excellent movie on earth.
Is it?
On earth.
Last Night in Soho. He did as well. That's gonna come out this year. Handmaiden.
What is one of my favorite
2016.
movie? Yeah, well, okay. I'm so
Oh,
sorry
he's
that
on Obi-Wan as well. Oh my
he's
god.
he's Handmaiden. Please, people, watch it. I'm sure everybody has watched Old Boy by now. But Handmaiden is okay. I know you. I see ya. You've not seen anything. I gave up. Someone
You
who
gave
listened-
up 5 years ago.
Yeah. We have a friend who listened to the podcast, and he said to me, he doesn't know you, he's never met you, and he said to me, I cannot believe that Anya has never seen Indiana Jones. And I thought that was very cute.
Yes.
Perry Mal, if you hear us, probably you do. Hello.
Hello. And I'm very sorry to have disappointed you.
This DOP, I'm so sorry I didn't remember his name, but he is the best. Handmaiden is a painting. Each shot,
Jesus.
each sequence is a painting. It's like a painting that is moving. It's absolutely gripping. So that's why I was very impressed with the camera angles, all the camera. Like, I mean, I was very impressed. I thought that this was nailed it, on point.
Yep.
So they
They were
cannot
very
go any
pretty shots.
so pretty. It's sad though that I don't remember vividly a lot of locations that strongly. Just the Barcelona one and a little bit of Ivory's pirate ship, because we know it's so familiar. It's the same as in the game.
Yeah, exactly. The pirate ship. Okay, first of all, okay, my god, I have so many thoughts.
We are
I need
so
to
all
sort
over the
them.
place.
So all over the place. It's fine though. So the DOP did a great job. Chung Hoon Chung is his name, if I pronounce it correctly. That in the games, there is always at least one shot or one cutscene where Nathan is close to the evil guy, and we pan up or we pan or we go through the wall or we go through a little crack somewhere and we see the evil guy is talking. And we had that in the movies as well on the ship. That was so great. I was like, yes, oh, perfect, thank you.
Yeah, that was really good.
That. Yeah, that was really, really nice.
You can tell he
really
played, you can tell he studied the game.
Yeah. I mean, he literally
did.
just has to watch the cinematics. My God, I can't speak anymore. Yeah, he just has to watch the cinematics of the game and then go from there. And then which he did apparently. So I'm very happy.
And it must have been interesting because games sometimes they are mixing the world of, you know, third person point of view as well, as much as trying to make as good as a cinematic looking cinematographic as well. So there's a mix of that, and it's quite refreshing every time we get into a cinematic because they're really trying to explore uncharted waters. Pun intended. I think that was such a great point, and I hope he's going to be that guy also cast as DOP for the next one, because that cutscene at the very end, perfection.
Yep, hands down, it was so good. Like the whole ship sequence was actually really nice. I liked it. It was funnier. They had cool shots of just Nathan peeking out a little hole in the ship, just like, ooh, hello. That was funny.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, it got better. It's still, to me, it still isn't Uncharted. Like it's a cool action movie. And as an action movie, I might watch it again if it's out on like streaming somewhere.
Yeah, I think it will, as fans and studying kind of this kind of things, will want to be curious and watch it again. Yeah. You never know what opinion might forge up after watching it a second time.
Exactly.
And then let's talk about the sense of humor.
Not enough.
You missed it so much. Yeah,
I did. Yeah. It was I had a couple of chuckles, like haha, you know, when you exhale through your nose, like
yeah. I had, my chuckles were expressive because me, so it was more like
as an expressive person, so yes. Yeah.
And I was like, that was good, Anya.
That's funny. And I was just sitting there like, yes.
You're like, yeah,
haha.
Ha, like the English ha. But not like the Spanish ha 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 ha. I took a note on the first joke, and it was 20 minutes in.
No.
And Uncharted is especially quite a funny writing. They're really funny. Yep. I mean, they're chasing shit, and then they go on the swimming pool, and then Nathan does Marco Polo.
Exactly. Like they have puns left and right, and just funny word gambles and word jokes and whatnot.
My mug's run dry. Yeah, I was about to say, service here is lousy. Of course they play douchey European techno.
Handsome.
If you're into psychopaths.
Nobody's perfect. Where's base camp?
When I die, bury me in one of these.
Sure. Can I mummify you and put your organs in a jar too?
Marco! Marco what?
A parasite who exploits our struggle in order to fatten her pockets.
So that's a no. Felt like a no.
You have something I want, and you're going to give it to me.
Really? Well, I'm flattered, but I'm afraid I'm spoken for. If you'll excuse me.
Had me worried there for a minute, Victor. Thought I might have to kill you.
Okay.
Let's ruin this asshole's evening.
Anyone else?
Yeah, that was missing. But I mean, maybe in the next one, because now we've established a relationship between them. They have more banter and more stuff going on.
Yeah, and they had on that
more
cutscene.
haha moments. Yeah, they did.
They did. Really, really enjoyed it.
I don't know why they just couldn't do the second one straight away. I mean, the second one isn't even done or out yet, but it feels like it's a better movie than the first one that they now did.
Yeah, I think I have high hopes for the second one, to be honest.
Yeah. It's so funny just because of this like 5-second, okay, it's like a minute long cutscene, but yeah.
And it was exactly Uncharted. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The arrogance of Nathan was there without being stretched, without being I'm a genius. Because Nathan is not a genius. They mention he's a genius in the film. He says he's a genius, Sully, but he's not in the games. He's just knowledgeable. He really, really studied the cases. He read all the books. Geniuses, it sounds like you already have a natural ability to it. Whilst I think Nathan is more of a hard worker. Hard worker.
He walks with fierce steps. He kind of does though. He always wears like safety boots probably. So he's a hard walker. Would you see the movie again? Would you pay money to see the movie again?
Yes.
Okay. That's not too bad then.
But out of my own study, not for enjoyment.
Yeah.
I would study more of the details and the subtleties that I might have missed. More of the DOP, because he did such a great job, and I felt like I didn't have room to appreciate it as much because I was so focused on being a fan and trying to see if they were nailing Sully, and I didn't appreciate those two enough. Well, they were really great. I mean, I can talk about it, but I know that I wasn't that much with them strongly because I was focused on, why am I not hearing a joke? What is she wearing a dress? And because this DOP is great, seeing it at the cinema has always a good value. That said, I'm saying that because my TV is not tiny, not small, but not tiny, but it's really like it's starting to be a medium 2010 medium TV. And now I'm just like, if I had a massive TV, I would wait and see on my massive TV.
Yeah, you can come over and we can watch it here again.
Yes.
I mean, not that I have a massive TV. I have an okay size TV.
Yeah, but I think like mine is really saying I've been bought in 2010.
Yeah.
And I looked really big at the time, but now I'm pretty average, pretty medium.
Yeah.
Bless, that's what she said.
I held back on that one.
So let us know what you felt like when you saw that movie. We're a little bit, not really on the timeline of releasing that episode at the same time as the movie, but who cares? Everybody watched the movie in their own time anyway.
Exactly.
I was thinking, you know what? If I'm late, I'll just like channel my Chloe Frazer, because she's always late and she's like, yeah. Who cares? I'm okay with that.
If you say that as well, everyone's going to be like, who? I'm sorry, who? Who's Chloe Frazer?
Well, yeah, but it's just like she has so much shit to do. She's late. She has a good reason.
Yeah.
And we kind of like, you have your studies is taking a lot of time. Next week, excavation time. I'm like so excited for you. I'm so jealous.
You're jealous of me just standing in the rain all day. It's going to be great. And in the freezing cold Germany.
Send pictures. We'll post them on the Instagram.
I'm not allowed to send pictures.
Oh, fuck.
Or to take pictures. Yeah. I ain't allowed.
Send pictures of your gear. That sounded really
send pictures
kinky.
of myself. Gear.
Send pictures of your gear. Send nudes of your gear.
My God, no.
Any last final
Okay.
thoughts for you?
I think it was a good or an okay action movie, but it wasn't fully Uncharted. That's pretty much what I felt watching it and after it, and now thinking about it and talking about it as well.
Do you have the same hopes for me for the second one?
I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm so scared.
But
because now we saw that cutscene and we're like, oh, that's what we want. That's exactly what we need. This is it. And now we have that expectation. Are they going to meet it? I'm not sure.
So thanks everyone for listening. Tell us how you felt about the movie. It would be very interesting to know if you had similar feelings as us. And stay tuned.
Yeah, it's good to be back.